we're here to talk about one of the most horror-some movies in 2000s, The Hostel, directed by Eli Roth, and who had the executive producer Quentin Tarantino, who made this movie, who really helped in the marketing of this movie at that time. It's one of the most disturbing movies of all time, with horrifying scenes and torture. It's a movie that starts on this silly trip American movies, a comedy, but the atmosphere changes as soon as they step the foot on Slovakia. The main characters are two graduated university guys, the sensitive Josh and the adventurous Paxton. In Amsterdam, they meet an Iceland guy named Ollie, who's very crazy and they enjoys them. And there, they meet a guy named Alex, who tells them to go to Eastern Europe because the guys are looking for wild girls and wild adventures. And that's when the main plot of the movie begins. As soon as they get in the hostel in Slovakia, they find hot girls who invite them for parties and very attractive with faces too. And also these girls are very excited to sleep with them. That's when they arrive to the place, people behave very hostile, and they also find gang members' kids there that they just want the candies and money. Ollie disappears, and they get worried looking for Ollie. But then they try to not to be too attached by him because he's European and such. So they're invited for a party, and that's when Josh and Paxton drink alcohol and they get drugged by the girls. Paxton, he hides inside the room, but Josh, he's taken away, and that's when he finds the Dutch man who was in a train trip with them before, and he loves eat talented food with his own hands. And that's when he tortured Josh, one of the most agonizing scenes in the horror cinema, because he cuts his ankles. That's when one of the most disturbing scenes in the horror movie cinema. Later, Paxton, he wakes up and discovers the hostel that it was checked out. But actually, Paxton, he didn't check out. And checking later, and the things were similar girls with similar attitude of days ago. And he realized that his friend Josh disappeared. And Paxton starts the journey to meet his friends. That's when he saw it was the biggest trap of his life. He argues with the two European girls and asks one of them, Natalia, to take him where his friends are. Paxton goes there and he goes to a abandoned old factory place. She takes him there, and that's when he's also drugged and taken to the torture room. Overall, this hostel thing is an evil organization of people all over the world that they torture foreigners for money. And each nationality is, Ollie is from Iceland. There is a girl from Japan. And Josh and Pax are both Americans. And each nationality has a different amount of money. And also the local authorities, they are involved in this kind of corruption in this, at least in this city. There shows a movie. Inside the room, Paxton, he sees a German guy that he slices his fingers off. Luckily, the German guy, he was clumsy and he falls off, and that's when Paxton kills him, and he manages to escape and tries to hide himself if disguising one of them in a very smart way, until he hears a scream of the Japanese girl that had one eye destroyed, and they both just go run away. Paxton, he avenges the death of his friends using the car, running through then Alex and the European girls. Also, with the help of the gang kids, he manages to escape with the Japanese girl. Until, in the train station, she sees herself and manages to see her disfigured face because she doesn't have one eye. Because the guy burned it, and he had to, Paxton had to cut her eye off. And then when she runs against the train, and Paxton feels very disappointed because he tried to save her life anyway. In the end, Paxton goes inside the train after vision anyway. He hears the Dutch man talk to the other tourists inside the train. The same Dutch that was with them before, and the same guy who was responsible for getting rid of his friend Josh. Paxton, so he grabs the guy, takes him to the bathroom, put the bathroom inside the train, cuts his fingers off, and slits on his throat. He comes back to the train, and that's when he finally rests. And that's, my friends, one of the most horrifying horror movies of all time. Honestly, I'm watching a lot of horror movies, and I haven't seen a movie that really got inside my brain for so long, so much. The Hostel. Do you guys like The Hostel? You guys gonna watch it for the 20 years? Tell me what you guys think about in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and leave your comments below on more horror movie suggestions. And thank you. Until the next time.